to it. My name is Emily Renenberg. I'll be bringing you the call this morning. We've got Albertans all over this rink. I don't have the info. So we've got Team Alberta coming in from Calgary, and we've got Calgary coming in from Calgary. Feels similar to my experience. I am also from Alberta, playing from Calgary AA across my many years of ringette, and we'd come to the Ottawa tournament, and it would always be a Calgary versus Calgary final. So this feels special. This feels great. Welcome to our fans. Welcome to a gold medal final, our first of the day. These two teams have fought an absolute battle across the week to get to this point. It's a hard week for those of you that haven't done it. It is absolutely brutal playing 2 games for most of the week. Nerves, tension high, looking towards that gold medal game that you can only do your best to work towards, and these two teams have done it. Now this morning's game will be supported by our on-ice officials, Chris Fair and Stephanie Black. This is their nationals as well. For those of you that are newer to our game, these officials work for very many years to get to this point. It is one of those things where they are also working towards nationals, not just the teams, and they come here to do this all week without a paycheck. Yes, that's right. They take a week off work because of the passion they have for the game to call these games, and those who are selected for the gold medal final only know the night before. They have to do well in the week and get selected, so it's a big moment for these officials as well. Really excited to have them here, and really excited to have you join us. This is a beautiful facility. It's probably about the same, maybe a little bit bigger than Winsport, I would say. There's a big press box up top. You can definitely feel how this would be a big moment for these teams, not only because it's the gold medal final, because they're in such an amazing facility. And this is the moment to take it. The teams are warming up here. And it looks like they've painted some fresh lines for us, welcoming us ringette folks to this wonderful facility. We've got a very bright red line and a very bright blue line around the crease. So I'm sure that'll be very helpful for making sure people stay in the places they need to be. So if you're just joining us, it's Team Alberta versus Calgary Riot. Team Alberta being Calgary Edge. Welcome to it. A Calgary versus Calgary final. These teams have definitely seen each other across the season. Who knew it would come down to this? Excitement has been building in this rink for a while now. The fans came early with their pool noodles and have been smacking their pool noodles before the players even got out on the ice. Team Alberta coming into this game with 6 wins, 1 loss. And a tie. Calgary Riot coming in with 6 wins and 1 loss. Very, very evenly matched teams. Again, a very tough week to fight through. Obviously having a lot of success. Congratulations to both for getting to this point, but this is where it counts the most. And for a lot of these players, this will be their first time being at Nationals, which is very, very exciting. It's a big moment, especially when we can bring it to you live here from multiple camera angles. That's what I'm really excited about. And we'll get the teams lined up here for the national anthems before we start today's matchup.
Please rise and take off your hats for the singing of the Canadian National Anthem. S'il vous plaît, vous levez, enlevez vos casquettes pour la présentation de l'hymne national du Canada, ce matin, interprété par Chanté Paquette. Au Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est saint, de fleurons glorieux, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits, et ta valeur de foi trempée protégera nos foyers et nos droits. Protégera nos foyers et nos droits.
As we conclude the national anthem, we'll start figuring out what the starting lineups look like. Who will be in net? Who's gonna get the call today? Looks like for Riot, it'll be Riel Rosner, number 31. And Calgary is in red, both top and bottom. You can't miss it. And Team Alberta coming in that darker blue. Still having a bit of a discussion on the Team Alberta side, so calling Rosner back out of her net. And the officials are inspecting the rings beforehand. Want to make sure those are good. They're made of rubber. They're like a pneumatic tube, and so you want that to be perfectly intact. No cracks, no bends. Anything that affects the ring itself affects the play. And you don't want that in a gold medal final. So everything getting checked off here before we start. Fans getting excited. The pool noodles are out. Want to take a moment to thank all of our wonderful volunteers that have made this week just absolutely incredible. Ottawa taking the opportunity to really host us well, and we thank all of those that are involved, from those that are waking up early in the morning to help support at the rink, to those that are helping behind the scenes, and also to all of the wonderful sponsors that have also put a lot of their backing into this wonderful sport that we all love. Looks like they're having a bit of a chat. It's the shot clock. That'll do it. They're trying to figure out the shot clock here. Somebody brought a ladder out. There's phone calls being made, so probably have a little bit more time before we bring this one to you, but that's all good. Again, thank you for joining us. My name is Emily Renneberg, and I feel, you know, especially qualified to bring this to you because I grew up in the Calgary AA program. I've lived in Ontario for a while now. I'm you know, feeling the love, feeling the home support here. We've got the Team Alberta flag back behind their bench. The crowd's starting to populate the room. I think things will start growing as we progress here. But as we work on bringing you a working shot clock, the teams are going to go back to keeping their legs moving. This has got to be frustrating as a player. You just want to get going. So they're working on keeping those nerves down a little bit. Not getting too focused on anything except for this game. And again, thank you to our sponsors that have been able to allow us to put on such an amazing event in Ottawa here. Government of Canada, Gatorade, Athena Ringette, TELUS, and Event Connect are sponsors of Ringette Canada. And for the event itself, we've got Ottawa Tourism, Province of Ontario, the City of Ottawa Ringette Association, Sturgeon, Hertz, Slug, Commissionaires, the Ottawa Senators Foundation, the Heart and Stroke Foundation, Booster Juice, Pro Physio, and Sport Medicine Centers. ISI Live, bringing you the call. Megan Peters Design, Melica Management Consulting, Inc., and Dom Sports. Look at that list. Now, if you look at that list and you think, I want to be on that, guess what? These championships are back next year. Maybe you could be part of it. Maybe you should be part of it. I encourage you to be part of it. And a particular thank you to our gold sponsors, which are Lug and Hertz. They've been very helpful throughout the week. And we encourage you to support all of our sponsors as they're, again, they've been supporting the greatest sport in the world. So we're keeping things moving, keeping the legs warm, figuring out the shot clock. They are the hanging shot clocks, which are notoriously fun to work with. It's just one of them, it looks like, too. So once we get that figured out, we'll have the game here for you. Unfortunately, this rink doesn't look equipped for ringette on the typical day today, but we're looking to change that. That's why we've got nationals here. I was saying before, this facility is kind of like a wind sport, except very dark. Everything is black. So hopefully that feels a little bit closer to home for these athletes as they fight for gold this beautiful morning in Gatineau. I gotta hand it to the fans. The Team Alberta fans have not stopped whacking their pool noodles together since, I want to say, 8:55. So they're keeping the hype going. They're definitely keeping the vibes moving in this rink as we figure out the shot clock situation here. If you're just joining us and you're thinking, why haven't we started the game? Well, one of the shot clocks is not currently working, so we're working on that. I said this earlier, but I'll repeat it again. Our support on ice today is with Chris Fair and Stephanie Black as our 2 on ice officials, and we've got Kevin Braithwaite on our shot clock, who will be doing a wonderful job once we get that figured out. I think they're looking for a replacement. I was saying earlier that not only is this nationals for our wonderful players across U16, U19, and the National Ringette League, but also our officials. Our on-ice officials worked for very, very many years to get to this place, putting in time and effort and passion to be selected as part of the team that gets to officiate this prestigious tournament. And they do not get paid for this. This is something that they take a week off of work for, and they do it for free. And I think that's especially important to point out because of the amazing community that we have in this sport, and refs being an amazing part of that as well, very dedicated. As well as the shot clock operators, they also get selected for this tournament, working hard across the season to perform their best, taking a selection across the beautiful country. Again, today's game will be supported by Kevin Braithwaite on shot clock. I feel like I should be entertaining you folks a little bit more. Maybe I could tell you a little bit about the beautiful province of Ontario and how different it is from Alberta. Maybe that would be fun. It really isn't too different, but they have 4 whole seasons, which I had not experienced in my life before. So, if you're looking to have spring or fall, this is the beautiful place to be. We're getting into the spring season here. So the sun was very nice yesterday. Looks like we might have some cloudiness in Gatineau today, but not a lot of snow, so that's nice. Don't have to lug your bag through a pile of snow to get all the way to the rink for your gold final. And cheers in the crowd. The shot clock looks like it's on. Exciting moments ahead. This is why you always have a backup. Keeping an eye on both. One's got the 30. Looks like they're also, it's a new set. This one has yellow numbers instead of red numbers. So they got a new set. Looks like they're putting it up in both ends to make sure we're all good. The shot clock was introduced in the 2000s. It was not an original component of our sport, but man, did it make a difference. For those of you that have played before the shot clock came in, or have played a fun game, adult league game without the shot clock, my goodness, does it ever make a difference. And I think a lot of us who have played through the shot clock era, as I'll call it, kind of have it innately built into their brains, because you start skating around without it and you're like, I feel like I should have shot at this point. It's an incredible addition to our game, and one of the reasons why this is a very different sport than other team sports on ice that I will not mention. When we describe Ringette, it's more like basketball and lacrosse strategically. I have many years of box lacrosse, so I can definitely affirm that. I have no idea how basketball works, but I do know that they have a shot clock. So that's probably at least one of the similarities there. Things starting to build up in the Slush Puppie Center. We've got the second shot clock coming up. They're putting in a new set. Thank you to our hard-working organizing committee and all of the volunteers for being able to make sure we have a high-quality game here. Like I was saying, this is a very important piece of equipment. You do not want to play without the shot clock. It has made this sport what it is in terms of its speed, its quickness, and the strategy involved across the different zones. So important to have those well and working as our wonderful technical staff put up that new set and make sure that they are synced. Looks like they're synced. All right. Oh, have some game for you coming up here shortly, I think. They look synced. They're counting down. I don't want to jinx it, but it's a brand new set, so maybe these guys are a little less shy about performing at a gold medal game. All right, now as the teams do their final lap in their second warm-up, probably feeling quite warm at this point, quite ready to go. Something very similar happened to me at my first year at Nationals in U16. The shot clock in the gold medal final did not want to work, so I think at one point we were doing the Cadillac Ranch on the ice, if I can recall. It was a hot minute ago, so if those of you were actually there and remember, if it wasn't the Cadillac Ranch, it was at least some sort of dance. All right, let's get to it. We've got Calgary Riot in red, Team Alberta in blue. Team Alberta putting in net Autumn Demore. Autumn Demore in net, Brielle Rosner in red in the net. And the ring will start at center with Team Alberta. Making the quick pass out of the zone already. Starting play inside, passing over. Starting that cycle, shoots. And a quick shot off there from Elbers. Had that first early look coming across the top. Deciding to go for a skate. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Heisey comes up top, gets the pass off, but Riot will take it. Soft toss there. As Riot tries to move it into the zone, now Team Alberta is going to take it, but the ring was flipped up into their hands. And so that'll go back to Riot. Heisey just had the ring up in her gloves. And you want it on the ice, and she picks it off, decides to take it, and a save there early. Coming around, cutting that net. Good coverage on the goalie ring, but an amazing save from Rosner there, who keeps it out early. Still tied at 0, and Team Alberta takes the ring inside the zone. Riot having a hard time moving things out, facing pressure. Still battling in their own zone. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Team Alberta doing a great job wasting this time. Riot now at the neutral zone, tossing things in. And a shot there early from Grierson. I'm so sorry about names. Grierson. We'll settle with that. Demore makes a pass behind the net. Team Alberta trying to find that loose ring, gets picked off. Right now in, deciding to go for a bit of a skate here is Stelbaska. Stelbaska drops it back. Continuing the cycle, dropping it again, coming in across the top, takes the shot instead, but that's blocked off by McDonald. Cycling, now drops it, tries to cut into the side. Gets pushed out, Mitchell had a look. She came off the bench, looking for an opportunity here. Team Alberta moving it into the neutral zone. And Riot making the defensive pass in their own zone to keep things moving. Mitchell now Passing it over the line. Keeping possession, skating fast. Manoz passes it to the center. A shot there from Percival. She was at the top waiting for that opportunity, had some good space and time, just goes a little bit wide as the battle behind the net results in possession for Team Alberta. And that's intercepted by Riot. Great heads-up play there to make sure that the lane was taken away. Continuing the cycle, trying to find where they want to be. And there's a delayed call on the play. We've got Rosner in the bench now. 4-on-3 in the zone. Boxing things out and a shot there from Ryerson. She had a good look on the short shot as the box continues here. Delayed penalty coming to Team Alberta. 4 in the zone. Moving the ring around, moves it inside. A shot there from Grierson. Moving things up top, and a shot up top comes from Percival, but no problem from Demore. We'll get another look at that save. Really great positioning from Demore. She had that locked up in front, pushed out into her crease, had her glove on it. And so that'll be a penalty to Team Alberta. Mackenzie Lewis will go to the box for 2 minutes. As Riot looking to start the offensive with the first power play of this gold medal final. Starting the cycle, gets one down low. DeMar on her post, no problem. Team Alberta tries to get it into center, can't find a friendly stick, but some hard checking there from Heisey. Tries to get possession back, but Stobaska will move that into center, into dangerous territory. Riot trying to get the ring back and not let Heisey in. Still can't find it, trying to settle it. Scary moment there, 17 seconds on the shot clock, bouncing that off the boards into neutral territory. Moving the ring down the boards. Still trying to pick things up with that hard check. Now at center, Percival. Percival shoots. And a great glove save there from Demore. That's 2 big glove saves from her already from that point shot. Looking sharp this morning. Team Alberta now into the center. Now picked up by Riot. Moving things into open ice in the corner. Dick with the ring. Curls, shoots. Gets one into Demore's face. The ring pops out of the crease. Gets pushed back in, and it'll be a violation there, so the ring will go back to Riot. Demore looking really sharp already this morning. Great positioning. Gets one to the face. A little bit of snow on that, perhaps. Maybe that was a little bit refreshing. But she's already woken up, so playing well as Riot continues this power play. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty. There's a short shot there from Ashley. Cycle continues with Riot. Moving things around. Mitchell across the top, shoots, and a blocker save from Demore. Strong already, a few great opportunities offensively as the penalty to Team Alberta expires here. Cycle continues with 20 seconds on that shot clock. Getting a bit of a change here to swap with fresh legs. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rosner banging her stick. Moving the ring up to center. And there was a shot there from Manoz. She got held up by the center though. Team Alberta will walk into their own crease, so that'll get back into the hands of Riot. It's a great play across the top. Cutting between the center and the D, making that time and space available for her. The speed coming into the zone was key on that play. with the blocker save. Riot across the top. Still with possession here, fighting for it. Tough battle on the side. Percival behind the net. Feeds it up front. Had a good look there. Just a little bit too much of a surprise pass from Minot. As Riot now gets things back into their own zone. Tries to make the support pass, but an active stick from Team Alberta will try and move that pass. And a long stretch pass into open ice. Ready there. And a shot and a goal. First goal of the gold medal final. Sky Percival takes her team up 1-0. Riot striking first. Starting with that amazing, strong stretch pass into open ice. Waiting for her to skate right into it. Puts that in the top. Makes it look easy. Coming in with, you know, the fake behind. Taking the time and space she needed. Great first goal for Riot as they take the first lead of this gold medal final. Riot now in the neutral, moving it into the zone, finding the corner. Drop pass and a shot there on the side from Stelbaska. Bit of a sharp angle there, so no problem for Demore. Team Alberta using the defensive support twice here now. Finding it a little bit hard to move things up as the shot clock gets to 15 seconds. Now they're in the neutral zone. Moving things over to Heisey. Heisey's got some space, decides to stay out of the triangle. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Wants to feed it to the middle, but it's blocked. Gets one to the net. Big enough rebound for Team Alberta to keep it. Now across the top. Rushfeldt looking for something, finds the back pass. Miller cutting, skating. Over to Rushfeldt, shot! And one of the first few looks for Team Alberta. There'll be a delayed penalty on Riot. So Demore is going to her bench. And as Team Alberta wastes enough time to get 4 in the zone and start the box. Moving things back and forth. Getting that across. And a poke check there. I should say just a poking stick, actually, from Ratai. To Percival, sorry. And Team Alberta tried to move that triangle around with that opportunity. Had some good passes, but again, an active stick from Percival just pokes that ring out of the zone. And if you hit the ring with your stick in a way that redirects the ring, that is counted as possession. So even though the ring was not stabbed, it's still counted as possession for Riot, so that's why the whistle was blown. And an opportunity trying to get through here. Swarmed by a triangle. Rushfeldt had that pass into the middle of the triangle. Had some space, but immediately felt the pressure of Riot coming into close that gap. So Percival will be in the box for another minute and 35 seconds. As Riot on the penalty kill here, takes it into the zone. 10 seconds on that shot clock. Earl now finding space, gets the shot off with the rebound going to Team Alberta. Moving things across the ice. Short pass over the blue line. Costa now. Looking for something, cuts in between the center and the D, shoots. Just goes a little bit high. She made space there. Great way to quickly come around the D and get through that triangle. Two-line pass gets picked up by Team Alberta. Great support there to make sure the ring stayed with them. Now moving into the zone is Rushfeldt. She had moved that. Instead of taking the shot, wants to create some opportunity here. Good look there. Alberta looking outside the triangle as the seconds wind down. A shot there low from Rushfeldt. She had, I think that's the crossbar. It was so close. As time winds down in that first quarter. A really great look there. That was probably their closest opportunity yet. She's just perfectly placed down low. You don't want, when you're down low as a forward or a center, you don't want to be too close to the goal line. You want to still maintain a little bit of angle along that post so that you have something, and that was just beautiful. Unfortunately, probably just a centimeter or two out, and then the period ends, so she'll have to come back in the next one and try that again. 16 seconds will remain on the penalty to Percival. So Team Alberta will come into the second quarter on the power play. Riot up by 1. So far, most of the offensive action coming from Riot, but as we got towards the end of that quarter, Team Alberta really starting to find their groove. Riot's been good at keeping the pressure on, capitalizing on some of those missteps in the neutral zone, and really capitalizing on those opportunities. A couple of highlights here for you before we walk into the second. Again, great action so far between these two Calgarian teams, Team Alberta being Calgary Edge. So these two teams very familiar with each other. It all comes down to this. We still got 3 quarters left of action. A lot of fun ringette for you folks. And on the Team Alberta side, on the Riot side actually, these pool noodles have been incessant. Loving the energy in this building as more and more fans start filtering in to catch the action here today with Riot at center. And a hard shot into the corner to try to get things moving. Find its way with Team Alberta instead. Looking for support across the ice. Finding a long stretch pass again now with Heisey coming up into center. Shoots from out wide. And a glove save there from Rosner. Team Alberta starting the cycle, coming across up top, makes the low pass. Just a little bit off track. Moving it down low again. Gets the shot. Saved by Rosner. Nero was just on that post. Team Alberta getting things back. Heisey across the top, cuts, makes the shot with the backhand. Getting pushed out a little bit far. Into that sharper angle, so Rosner will pick things up, move it out. But Team Alberta is trying to get things back in here with speed now. Rushfeldt shot. An amazing save from Rosner. Calm, cool, and collected, sliding into that one. And now the pass down low to Miller. Waiting. Miller tries to move it up, but there's a stick in the way. Ring will bounce out into the zone. Gets picked up by Riot. They are going to want to try to keep control here. Missing that pass will give things back to Team Alberta. They'll move it in the run zone. Over the line to Lacosta. Lacosta down over to McDonald. McDonald behind the net. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Coming out wide. Drop now. And some pressure on Lacosta. Doesn't let her get a clear shot. Gets one now. Decides to take things low. Just slightly above Rosner's pad, but she had a glove right there. Now they'll steal it back. Right up front, a shot there. Another great look from Aldag. Waiting up front, taking advantage of the confusion with the goalie ring. Not quite settled there. You can tell there's a little bit of nerves. They're starting to settle. But just all by herself right up front. Aldag is looking to tie things up here. Team Alberta will maintain possession in their offensive end. As the ring starts here with Heisey, she'll pass it easily towards the boards. Now taken around by Nero. Nero back to Heisey. Heisey makes a move back to Nero. Nero shoots. Goes slightly wide, but Rosner gets a piece of it, so that's a reset. I think it was probably the knob of her stick on that. Nero down to Heisey. Heisey getting a sharp shot there. Rosner strong on the post. With speed now, up across the top, back pass to Nero. Can't quite get a stab on it. Great play from the center. Mitchell stepping into that to take it away. Trying to move it into the zone, but Riot having a hard time with stabs in this quarter. Again, some of those nerves definitely contributing to this. And as things settle, we should be able to connect a little bit more. But Team Alberta having a bit more momentum now in this second quarter. Moving things into the middle. Riot taking advantage of that loose ring. Pulling things into their possession. Stelbaska up front. Looking, shot. Kept things low. That'll get a rebound. And another look there from Percival. She's already got the lone goal. Putting pressure on Team Alberta as they move the ring over to blue lines. And now they'll have to fight for it from Riot. And possession will go back to Team Alberta. Things are starting to settle a little bit here. Both teams realizing all they have to do is play their game. They got all the way to this gold final after an incredible season and also an incredible run in these championships, both coming off 6 wins to get themselves here. Team Alberta trying to move things in, making a bit of a fake. Acosta drops it back to Lewis. Lewis across the top, tries to look, finds a pass. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Aldag turning, looking for some space and some room, gets the shot. Rosner there. Aldag will get things back into play. Over to Lacosta. Lacosta up top, tries to look for the drop pass, continues the skate. Lacosta passing low. Lacosta now at the side of the net, gets a shot on her backhand. Had a good look, but was more of a reset attempt there. And that'll be an easy toss from Rosner. And a pass had moved up to Dick, but she was too busy busting out of that zone as the low forward to know that that was there. Riot just missing that pass. So Team Alberta trying to take things back, but Riot now moving into the neutral zone. Bouncing ring, making it hard to stab. Now it's with Riot back. And an in-close look there. Off that rolling, bouncing ring. Very hard to stab. Great look. And a quick skate there from McDonald to slide right into that space, take that ring. Finds Heisey along the boards. 14 seconds on the shot clock because she comes in with speeds, cuts, and a shot finds its way to Rosner. She slides, gets her glove in. Perfect positioning as she follows Heisey across the crease. Defense totally pulled. Albers now up top. Shot from far out, gets the rebound. Rushfeldt with speed. Across the top now, fakes, shoots, and that's a score, that's a goal. Team Alberta ties it. Rushfeldt with speed up top. 1-1. Team Alberta ties it. Captain Haley Rushfeldt makes it look easy. Demonstrating the value of using speed, makes the fake, continues the journey across the top, stays a little bit to the outside. Doesn't feel like she needs to push into the triangle. And puts that home. And Rush immediately responds. No time wasted. An absolute laser from Asia Mitchell. Off the free pass from center. Just an incredible shot up top. Classic. Kind of basically does what Rushfeldt did, but on the other side. Doesn't let Alberta tie things for long. Asia Mitchell bringing things up 2-1. Team Alberta now looking to respond back. Using the space. Trying to pass it through, but a stick will push that back to Riot. Battle at center. And possession will land with Team Alberta. Just an amazing response there from Riot. Settling things down, not getting psyched by that tying goal from Rushfeldt. Immediately putting things in the back of the net. Lots of time remains in this final. 2 minutes, 55 seconds in this quarter, but another 2 13-minute quarters after this to look forward to. It's Riot now. Still Buska. Drop pass back to Percival. Percival shoots. She saw that top corner. There was space. Just goes a little bit wide. Percival coming out with it from in front of the net. Moves things back. Oh, and a really great defensive play there from Team Alberta. Heads up, stick down from McDonald. Shout out to the defense. Team Alberta coming in with speed here. And a look there for Heisey. Rosner in place. As Heisey gets it and now had the look in tight, puts it above the net. And move it or lose it, we'll put it back with Riot. Riot from behind the net. Bouncing pass over to Mitchell. Mitchell finding .7 seconds on the shot clock. Opportunity there from Sally. Now down low. And another close look there for Munoz. Hunting for that sharp shot on the bottom. They've seen opportunity there before. They want to capitalize. Making it hard to break out of the zone. Spinning, shoots. Great back check there from Riot to take things away from Team Alberta. Munoz had the spin in front of the net. Rushfeldt now. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 45 seconds remain in the period. Time winds down. Rushfeldt looking for an outlet. Finds McDonald. McDonald up top. Shoots, and it's in! Team Alberta ties it. Chloe McDonald. I'm not sure she expected to score on that one. The reaction, full excitement here. McDonald taking her team back with the tie. Great drop pass there from Rushfeldt that really made that happen. Really demonstrating for McDonald, demonstrating the ability to have the confidence in yourself. Taking that up top. Driving past the center. And just trusting your instinct to know where to place it. We are tied here as you have less than 25 seconds remaining in the period to take us into the half. Team Alberta trying to get it out of their zone. Riot trying to rush in to get one last opportunity. They'll win possession here with 12 seconds on the quarter. Now there's enough time here that they should be able to make a couple plays, if not at least one. Mitchell will have the ring. She decides to shoot. It'll bounce off the back glass. Team Alberta will pick that up and skate things out here. Time winding down. Looking for an opportunity up front here, but not enough time for Nero to take it to the net. Had they had a few more seconds, maybe that would have been different. Great awareness there to pass that down. Team Alberta loving those longer passes into open ice, knowing where they need to be. And that'll put us halfway through this gold medal final. An absolutely brilliant showing from both goaltenders. I don't know what they had for breakfast, but they need to let me know what that was, because they have been doing an incredible job keeping things low scoring. And we've also had some action in this period. First of all, taking that first goal here to take us up 1-0. Striking early, then we've got the Rushfeldt goal. Top corner. Coming up across the top with speed, but no problem. Only a few seconds later does Mitchell respond off the free play. And our second goal here for Team Alberta, a drop pass from Rushfeldt to McDonald. And the reason I think that McDonald was so excited and shocked that she scored that is because she normally plays defense. And in my experience, the defense are too sweet. They feel like this is not their zone. When they come in, a lot of them are quite shy. They don't really know what they want to do with the ring. But I like to empower them to say, you do know how to shoot the ring. You should just do it. McDonald's a great example of that. Team Alberta now. They'll be looking for their first lead. So far, it's been Riot. Now that we're tied in this third quarter, now starting off in the Riot zone. Riot moving things back out to neutral. And a long stretch pass up front to Dick. She had some space there, getting a little bit tighter towards the crease, but she'll pick it up regardless. Now it's over to Mitchell. Mitchell, she makes a move, doesn't shoot. 14 seconds on the shot clock with speed. Up top shot from Mitchell. DeMar gets that with, I think, a piece of her glove, but also maybe her face. Riot continuing the cycle here with Mitchell on the side. Moves it back. And a quick look there from Grierson. Long pass down. And another stretch pass over to Rauschfurt. Rauschfurt, she has space but doesn't have time. Picked off by the D. Great heads-ups pass to get it all the way over there. She was by herself, but an amazing play there from Turbide on the D. Bottom of that triangle. Knew where she needed to be and made it happen. Team Alberta now with a full shot clock. Riot drawing a penalty here. DeMar will go to the bench. Box will start 4-on-3. And that's taken away by Percival. So Hauerstruck, I think, was the recipient of that one. Yep. So Hauerstruck, Sienna Hauerstruck in the box. 2 minutes for tripping. That'll give Team Alberta one of the, I think this is their second power play of the game. So Heisey now, seeing if she'll shoot or pass, decides to pass. Nero to Heisey. Heisey shoots. And Rosner gets a piece of that with her glove, keeps it in the crease. Great toss up front. Meyer skating around, finding support. Earl shoots it off the boards, gets picked up by Dick. Dick looking for a reset here, coming around the net. Tough spot to be because the crease gets in your way and you can't touch the crease. Hard to get those wraparounds. Rushfeldt fakes it, shoots, goes high. She walked into the center of the triangle, looking for her second. An attempt there from Lewis. Team Alberta still trying to keep the ring with them, but Riot's not making it easy as 53 seconds remains on their penalty. Team Alberta wanting to use this power play to their advantage, but Riot's defensive core playing solid this beautiful Saturday morning. Aldag now. She's got one in front of the goalie screening and one on the boards. The screen sometimes means that they're trying to set something up for a shot, but not always. Aldag gets one off. Bit of a low saucer that definitely deflected off something because it didn't have the trajectory that she was hoping for. Team Alberta still fighting for it. Ring over the blue line. Back now in the zone. 22 seconds remain on the penalty. And tries to make the pass up front. Aldag was looking for a shift change there. Didn't quite see it, but no problem. Team Alberta will keep it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And a great reset there from Miller. Moving things along. They've still got time across the top and a shot there from Nero. Moving past the center, finding some space, but just not finding the target. Team Alberta seems to be settling a lot more into their game here. But part of the problem why they're still tied is Rosner is just playing really, really well. Another great save there. Heisey now. Makes the pass to the boards over to Nero. Nero behind the net. Back to Heisey. She'll cycle it to Albers. Heisey gets one up top. Doesn't find the net. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nero. Back pass to Heisey. Heisey shoots. Saw that top corner of Rosner's glove. But again, goes wide, so no reset on that. Time will expire. And now in the Team Alberta zone. Cycling things around, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Passing things back, continuing that cycle. Stelbaska now needs that reset. She gets picked off. Riot doesn't get the chance to make anything happen there. As DeMora gets the ring. 5 seconds to toss. Tries to make its way through the crowd, but picked off by Riot as an opportunity there for Percival, just a bit too much for her. Up top now, shot from Stelbaska. Just a bit too far out. Really great power on that. Rushfeldt being kept to the outside. Now dropping back. And a cut in, and a shot around that tight area between the D and the crease. Rivest had a close look there. Team Alberta still trying to maintain the possession here. As play will get whistled down for center. Again, Rivas just taking the opportunity again to cut through the low D. Now, when you do that, you have to be very wary of the fact that the crease is right in front of you. But it's a great way to sneak behind the defense to make an opportunity for yourself in tight. Tricky to do. She pulled it off, just missing the net. Right now, across the top, back pass, and a shot there from Mitchell gets blocked off, not making its way fully to the net. The Riot maintaining possession. Team Alberta will get a line swap here. Everyone's coming off. Fresh legs out. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remain in this third. Riot. Too much on that pass. McDonald now fighting for it. She's got pressure from 3 red jerseys. Riot, they've got time. Fresh shot clock. Mitchell drops it. An attempt to pass there from Grierson. Finds traffic instead as Team Alberta moves it up, putting the ring out into the open ice of the corner. Albers now drops it to Heisey. Heisey gets a shot off, but it's met with, I think, a little bit of Meyer's elbow, to be fair. So she'll keep that out. Riot taking things into the zone, keeping things out wide for now, with some speed, dropping it back, intercepted. Now across the top, a shot from Percival. She's got the first one of the game. Looking for another one here, in tight, gets the pass. Really great positioning there from Manoz, who knew right where she was. Now back to Manoz. She got a shot, bit wide, tries it again, goes a bit high. Needs to take that one down just a touch. She's in the right spaces. Riot still with lots of time here, 25 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell drops it back. Gets the pass down behind the net. Moves things up. And a quick goalie ring there as Riot's gonna get called for the trip. Got the stick in the way as a very fast Deeks got the ring and just wanted to take off behind the net. So that'll be a 2-minute tripping call. Stelbaska going to the box. As Team Alberta gets the possession in the offensive zone. Looking to set things up here, settling a rolling ring. Rivas passing it off, and a shot from Nero. No problem for Rosner. She hasn't had a lot of action so far in this period, but she's still keeping warm, clearly. Team Alberta using their zone to move things around, creating time and space for themselves as a minute remains in this third quarter. 1 minute and 25 seconds remain on their power play. Riot using all available space to move the ring around. Now in the zone along the boards, getting picked up now by Team Alberta. Team Alberta finding the long pass over. In the confusion, there was a player down in the corner. She's now back up. But definitely slowed down the pace there for a second. Now Riot trying to create something here with Earl. Earl keep into the outside. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Coming around. Drop pass. Dick trying to make something of these last 10 seconds with speed. moving, tries to get between the center and the D with the shot, can't quite get it through. And it'll get skated out by Percival. She'll have one last attempt at the net, goes wide. And we remain tied at 2. An exciting matchup so far. These two teams, again, they're both Calgary, so they know each other quite well. 2-2. Got some highlights here from that last quarter. Again, scoreless, keeping things tied 2-2. Percival and Mitchell scoring for Calgary Riot. Rushfeldt and McDonald scoring for Team Alberta. McDonald with the D goal. We love a D goal. Very exciting moment, especially in such a high stakes opportunity. Starting to see the rink fill out a little bit more. We've got a lot more gold medal action and bronze medal action, all the medal colors happening across this Saturday, bringing it to you live here from the Slush Puppie Center in Gatineau. These two teams traveling a very long way to play each other. But in my experience, playing with Calgary AA myself, it tends to happen. It is not always a surprise. Good quality program out there in Alberta. I am not biased at all. Starting things off at center is Riot. They still got the penalty for the remaining 18 seconds. So they're technically on the penalty kill here now as Team Alberta knocks them off the ring. Now with Nero. Nero finding open ice in the corner with Heisey. Heisey pulling things back, settling it down. Up top, back to Nero. Nero over to Heisey. Shoots, goes high. Continuing that cycle, we're back to 5-on-5 here. Nero turning. Heisey skating through pressure. Keeping possession. 13 seconds on the shot clock here as she drops it off for Rushfeldt. She's got steam coming in from the bench. Riot. Dodging, ducking. Trying to find an outlet here into neutral zone. Percival facing pressure, gets it to Dick. Dick now over to Grierson. Grierson. Some fancy footwork to keep things moving. Shoots, gets it through traffic, but not all the way to Demore. She'll make the easy toss behind. Team Alberta here facing some pressure, still throwing things into the offensive zone, but Riot has it now. Percival to Earl. Earl with a shot. On Demore stick side. Goes a bit too wide, but they'll still maintain it. 13 seconds on the shot clock, continuing the cycle, getting a change here. Moving it up front. Had a lane, that's taken away by the center. Percival drops it back and a shot, quick shot there from the nose. Stepped right into that open space. Demore staying strong. 7 minutes, 42 seconds remain as we are still tied here. Riot finding the cycle as they make the change. With speed now is Dick. Dick drops it back. And a fake there, back down to Dick. A reset made since Team Alberta pushed it into a different direction with their stick, so enough of a redirect to get a reset for Riot there as they get the shot on the corner. Continue with possession. Percival up top with speed, coming across, shoots, goes wide. Still loose, battling in the corner is most of the defensive zone. Things will pop up for Team Alberta, so Demore finds the outlet up front. Long stretch pass along the blue line. Moving things into the zone. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Still got a little bit of time here to make a bit of a cycle. Heisey takes it, shoots. Rosner strong on that post area. Challenging up in her crease, taking away the angles. Renault's now with speed up top, tries to cut through, gets picked off by Rushfeldt. She quickly moves that out of the zone, but couldn't quite find a friendly stick. That'll get touched on both sides there. Tension rising in this rink. The fans with their pool noodles, they have not stopped smacking the pool noodles since 8:55 Eastern. The dedication of their arms are going to fall off at this point. So much excitement in this rink. Tied 2-2 still. Riot looking to bring things back within their lead. Across the top, does the drop over to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to see what she could do. Gets pushed out. Across the top now, shoots. Goes wide. Riot still gets possession, gets one off over to Demore with 4 seconds on that shot clock, but Ring will stay with the goalie. 5 seconds to toss. McDonald throwing on the brakes to move that out. Now, Team Alberta in the zone. Deeks moves it down. Drop back to Rivest. Rivest. Up front now, shoots! And an opportunity there for LaCosta. Right in front of the crease. Angle a bit too tight. As Rosner takes that away. One of the better looks in this period. As Riot now moves things into the offensive zone. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 8 seconds now as Percival does the drop pass. Bonneau sees the low post. The far post was there from the low opportunity. Riot maintaining possession now, coming in with speed. Dick gets pushed out, decides to create a little bit more of a plan here as things move back over to Mitchell. She gets one. Demore standing strong. Goaltenders on both sides playing absolutely phenomenally. Just some of the difference makers here in this game for sure. Ringette can typically be a very high scoring game, a 2-2 game, especially in a final. Very, very challenging to do. And again, there's another amazing save that we've seen earlier from Rosner. One of the closest looks that Team Alberta has had in this quarter. Just up front from LaCosta. Riot gets the ring in the zone. And we're just trying to make sure the clock is all fine and correct. Adding a second onto the time. Very sharp from our officials here. They have to look at literally everything to be able to call these games. It's quite amazing actually. So an extra second added to the clock to make sure that everything's all even here as Riot starts moving things, trying to break through here. Shot from the stick side. Things now long pass into neutral territory. Not quite picked up. Stolbaska will be with it. She'll get it to Grierson. Grierson now over to Mitchell. Riot taking possession back. They've got 20 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell facing some heat there from Rushfeldt. Riot making the change here as they've got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dropping it over to Percival. Not quite a flat ring. She's having a hard time with it. Battling along the ringette line. Shot clock will expire. Demore will have her 5 seconds. And it gets missed from the defense. Riot trying to take advantage with that sharp angle there. Dick across the top, spinning into safety. Continuing to move across the top now to Stelbaska. Stelbaska tries to get one. It's deflected by a stick. Demore over to friendly jerseys. Rivests using the support in the neutral zone. Hero with it behind the net. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drops it back to Rivest. Rivest cuts in, tries to get one. Finds a way to put the ring on the net with the backhand. And in the chaos that ensued on that play, Riot had walked into their own crease, so that'll land itself with Team Alberta. Still tied, 2-2, 2 minutes and 1 second remaining in this fourth quarter. This game will not end in a tie. I can assure you of that. There is no situation in which this game will end in a tie. We will have a conclusion to this, so stick with us as the action continues now in the neutral zone. Moving things down. Mitchell facing some pressure. Great defense there, getting in the way of the passing lane. Moved up over to Rushfeldt. Rushfeldt's getting some heat there as Riot realized that she was coming in with a bit of speed and needed to take away that lane. And so that'll put them in the box. 2 minutes for body contact to Cameron Earl. Sometimes as a defense, you need to make kind of what I would call a life or death situation decision, where you have to decide whether it's fair to really just go for that ring and take away that incredible opportunity that the forwards had. Really hand it to the defense for being able to be such quick decision makers here as Team Alberta up top, moving it around the triangle, trying to get an angle shot there for Nero. Couldn't quite find it. Riot putting the ring out into free ice. No one was there. Team Alberta taking it over both sides though. McDonald getting a little bit excited as 1 minute and 9 seconds remains in this gold final. We are still tied. Not a single goal has been scored since the second. Both teams itching to have a hero. Mitchell now finding the long pass down. Drop back to Mitchell. Mitchell across the top, drops back to Stelbaska. Stelbaska to Mitchell. Mitchell to Stelbaska. Center comes in, puts that away, but Mitchell with speed. She's finding it, cuts through, stays on her feet, cuts again, shoots. Gets one on Demore. But everybody walked into the crease on that, so it'll get blown down. Mitchell finding the ability to dig deep and get that burst of energy there. Putting on the jets. And really taking down 2 players, forcing her way through the center and the D to get that backhand off. You can tell she wants it. She stays on. Stelbaska now to Mitchell. Drop to Stelbaska. Circles. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell has space, shoots, gets it through. Demore takes it down right into her chest. Doing fabulous positioning. She knows exactly where she needs to be, despite the fact that it looked like there was a bit of a screen there from the D. Riot into the zone with Mitchell. Mitchell with the ring, shoots and scores! She takes the ring. An amazing pass, rolling ring, stabs it. Goes top corner with 12 seconds remaining in this gold final. Her team back in the lead, 3-2. That might do it. Mitchell, she was looking for that goal. She just managed to get the pass through, despite the fact that the ring was rolling. Had enough space, had flipped the D, got in behind, and I think it was Stabaska that had the pass there, which really amazing heads-up play. Clearly the two of them are quite the offensive pair. They knew where each other were. And that's the kind of goal you want to be scoring with 12 seconds remaining in a tied gold medal game. It looks like she's gonna be out again. I know that excitement. Really all Riot needs to do now, as the ring will start at center for Team Alberta, is settle things down, play their game, be in control, and don't let anything through. Team Alberta is going to want to put everything they have into the next 12 seconds. Technically, that was a shorthanded goal for Riot. There's still 34 seconds remaining to Earl's penalty, so she'll still be in the box potentially when this thing ends. Same with Nero. And that gets blown down to check the clock. Again, our on-ice officials today, Chris Fair and Stephanie Black, doing an amazing job keeping things tight here, making sure that the clock is right. Earlier in the game, they added an additional second to it. I love the attention to detail. So, big thank you to these officials today. Kevin Braithwaite on the shot clock as well. Hand selected to be here with you today as this gold medal game comes to the final seconds here. Team Alberta passing things around. They need to make something happen now. The ring finds its way into the crease. It's not going to be enough here, as Calgary Riot are your Canadian National Champions. U16 gold medal winners. Calgary Riot, Alberta 2, beating Alberta 1. Team Alberta, Calgary Edge, just sneaking away with the win on that final goal from Mitchell. With 12 seconds remaining, both teams fighting to the end. Team Alberta obviously coming in with the win from provincials against Team Calgary Riot. They've seen each other across the season. They've seen each other in provincials. Calgary Edge coming up top, but the big gold goes to Calgary Riot, your U16 Canadian National Champions. What an amazing showing. They played their game, settled things down after the first quarter, and Rosner between the pipes doing an incredible job of staying strong. And to be fair, Demore as well for Team Alberta, an absolute wall. This was a low-scoring game, a lot of action, but not much in terms of goals. So Team Alberta will take the silver. Still, as much as it hurts, and trust me, I know because I have also won national silver as Team Alberta. It does hurt, but when they look back, they'll know that this was an amazing tournament for them. They've played super well through the season. Silver is still second place in the entire country, and we were treated to a Calgary final. They've done an incredible job to get here, again, 6 wins to get to the final. Both teams showing what that Calgary AA program really looks like. But Riot coming up with the win. And a big thank you as well to the coaching staff of both of these teams. Calgary Riot supported by Sean Earl, Taylor Solly, Michelle Lafreniere, Gianna Mitso, who's this, Mutzio? Oh, I'm so sorry. And Paula Manoz as the manager. Team Alberta supported by Stephen Miller, Heather McDonald, Les Rushfelt, Nathalie Belland, and Chantel Nero as well. So a lot of dedicated folks here on the ice. Now waiting to receive their medals. And the pool noodle slapping has ended. It feels oddly quiet in this facility now that the pool noodles are not in use. I miss them a bit. And Team Quebec, Quebec, your bronze medalists. Out here as well, your top 3 teams in the entire country across a hard-fought week.
We are now proud to present the awards for the
Now we're going to send things down to the ice level to present U16 medals.
We would like to draw your attention to the 2 pins that are attached to each medal. This has been a Ringette Canada tradition since 2018. This is so each athlete can then share the pins with someone that helped them along their way to win this medal. Au nom de Ringette Canada et du comité hôte, nous sommes fiers de présenter les prix de la division moins de 16 ans des championnats canadiens de Ringette 2025. Et maintenant, pour la présentation des médailles de bronze, félicitations à l'équipe Québec. Congratulations to Team Québec. Audrey Jobin, Mélissa Dalpé, Allison Berthold, Chloé Desjardins, Elizabeth Traversy, Charliane Dallaire, Raphaël Leclerc, Carly-Anne Dubé, Florence Crête, Frédéric Baudin, Nora Brunel, Méliane Tessier, Stella Ouellette, Charlene Correa da Cruz, Sarah Cloutier, Emily Luna Villatoro Périgny. for the Under 16 Gold Medal Final Players of the Game. Les meilleurs joueurs de la finale, moins de 16 ans. Pour l'équipe Alberta, for Team Alberta, number 4, Jordan Nero. Et pour Calgary Riot, and for Calgary Riot, number 3, le numéro 3, Asia Mitchell. And now the presentation of the silver medals. Et maintenant la présentation des médailles d'argent à l'équipe Alberta. Autumn d'amour. Jordan Nero, Ella Albers, Rebecca Heisey, Aliyah Ratty, Kendall Miller, Lucy Aldad, Macy Lacosta, Mackenzie Lewis, Caitlin Rivet, Jersey Deeks, Kate Kraft Mullane, Chloe McDonald, Ava Claire, Haley Rushfeld, Zoe Payton. And now, for the gold medals and golden sticks to the 2025 Under 16 Canadian Ringette Champions. Thank you to Dome Sport for providing the golden sticks to this year's champions. Et maintenant, la présentation de la médaille d'or et les bâtons d'or. Merci à Dome Sport pour avoir fourni les bâtons d'or aux champions de cette année. Félicitations, congratulations, Calgary Riot. Lydia Renault, Tegan Dick, Asia Mitchell, Paige Turbide, Layla Astley, Sky Percival, Hayden Wilson, Sienna Harischuk, Charitina Stelbaska, Farah Astley, Sophia Meyer, Cameron Earl, Alicia Munoz, Leighton Grierson, Brielle Rosner. captains to come forward and accept the championship banner and trophy.
And your Calgary Riots, national champions, getting their banner, their trophy, their golden sticks, their medals. You get a lot of stuff with the gold medals. It's not just the medals. And as you heard before, each of the medals comes with 2 gold pins that each of the players can give to 2 people that supported them in this journey all the way to the finals. So this one coming up 3-2, a tight matchup between Team Alberta and Calgary Riot. Calgary versus Calgary final, battling to the end and just 12 seconds remaining. Mitchell, who also receiving player of the game, takes her team in for the win. Équipe Quebec, my best attempt at French, I am Albertan. Équipe Quebec, in with the bronze. Congratulations to them. And Team Alberta, listen, silver is excellent. You may not feel it now, but you'll feel it soon. Like I said, a close matchup between these 2 teams. They've seen each other a lot during the season. They saw it in provincials. And now here with a low-scoring, high-energy game. Coming up big on both sides with the goaltenders. Some highlights here demonstrating just the skill of these 2 teams. Giving us a great first gold medal game here at the Slush Puppie Center in Gatineau on your CRC Saturday. And there's the tying goal, or the goal that put Riot back into the tie. And the teams are all lining up here to take one giant photo together, which I think is wonderful. Just the sportsmanship that happens across, especially the 2 Calgary teams. Still hugging each other, making friends with Équipe Quebec. And there's the goal from Mitchell that brought this team their gold. And a big thank you to the Government of Ontario, Tourism Ottawa, Ringette Canada, and Ottawa Ice, are big supporters of this amazing, incredible event, helping us bring the best sports in the world to you folks. Again, you've got your bronze medal winners, your silver medal winners, and your Calgary Riot gold medal winners, national champions here today. 2025 CRCs. My name is Emily Renneberg. It's been a pleasure bringing you this game on this wonderful morning. Stick with us. We have coverage on the remaining games across all today. Coming up next for you. and I will be with you later this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Congratulations again to Calgary Riot. Thank you for tuning in to the best sport in the world. Have a great Saturday. Woo. Thanks, guys.